Okay, I believe we are about ready. Oh, I know. There we go. So, let's see if we can get our Xbox capture up and running. Fine. Cable. Go. Oh, signal. That's not good. Right. I have to change this cable. Actually, hook up my upscaler to my capture device. Might help. Oh, I have a HDMI switch ordered, which I'm really looking forward to. It's gonna make shit like this a lot easier. Is that the right cable? Yeah, looks like it. There we go. And to turn on the Xbox. And move over chat window here. And let's check. Okay, yeah. Well, here we are. Things are looking good. Well, I don't know. Good, but looks like things are working. I put the box art up for every version if there's a bunch of different ports. No, it's fine, yeah. But it's going to flip through the GameCube and PS2 and PC versions too. Well, different video signals are different, so it can identify from the signal what signal it is. I believe this is the PAL version I'm playing. I'm actually not entirely sure. I have a PAL console, so it might be that if a game is in NTSC, it plays it in PAL 60 or whatever. But the Xbox is actually pretty good with that stuff. Like, even at the time, I remember that was just never much of a concern. Like, PAL games in general were always PAL 60. Unlike the GameCube, which was at least better than the PS2, which was just a big old mess. The Dreamcast too, even though some games supported PAL 60, a lot of games didn't, and even like when running NTSC games, you had to have the right kind of boot disk to force them into NTSC. Otherwise, they would run in PAL 50, and it was just horrible. This seems to have reviewed relatively well at the time. I'm not entirely sure about that. Let's delete the save file. I did play this for about 5 minutes before just to make sure everything was working. New game, new hopes. We'll see how long those stick around. Well, I shouldn't overstate this game's potential badness. I'm sure we'll see far worse. Most good games on Dreamcast support 60 hertz. Yeah, I mean, sure. Overall, Dreamcast was better than the PS2. That is fair. But the problem, for me at least, was running NTSC games. Because the most common and easily available boot disk at the time, Utopia, I guess it was called, did not actually have any options for forcing NTSC or PAL 60. So that boot disk made every NTSC game run in PAL in 50 hertz. So that was kind of shit. Anyway, so this game, what I recall from my research here, actually does have some cheat codes and stuff. They give you like infinite items and I think maybe infinite health and stuff. So obviously we're not going to enter those cheat codes now, but if we reach a point where the game just seems impossible, there should be some relief to be found in cheat codes, so we should hopefully be able to see the game through. Did I update the stream title? Let me see. Yes, it appears I did. Whoops, let me do that again. And you guys are gonna have to help me out with audio levels. I guess there's some moody background music now that seems really quiet, but this up. Okay, yeah. There seems to be like a massive input delay in this game, even like some of the menus and shit. That's okay. Rolls. No, thank you. Version on, sure. Gonna be novel. Enter game. I believe this starts off with a long, unskippable cutscene. And let's start the timer. Thanks, Nora. Good looking out. Yeah, it's interesting. The art is kind of goofy. I mean, it's definitely hasn't aged super well. Like the... yeah, okay, sure. Like the CG version of the animated series style. But the production values on the cinematics looks pretty decent. Okay, yeah, the game volume seems lower here than in some other systems. But yeah, because now, I mean, looking back at it from, you know, with 2018 glasses, we can see a lot of the technical shortcomings as well as the aesthetic, you know. In hindsight, so to say, we could see that maybe the choice of going for this style, like the realistic rendering of like the materials and stuff, making everything look like plastic versus, you know, seeing the realistic like 3D model shading on Batman looks weird when when the shapes of the model are so stylized. Okay, you can glide. You cannot control the camera with the right stick. That's how old this game is. But I do think the style, like the environments, I mean, the characters... Cool, we got some credits here. In motion, don't look terrible. So some kind of stylization with the shading would have helped. But I think for the environments, the environment looked pretty good, I think. A button. Okay, we got in-game tutorials. Yeah, 2001. Like this would have been an Xbox launch game. I'm pretty sure. I mean, comparing like Batman and Robin, which was a very ambitious and good-looking PS1 game, to this, like 60 FPS. You know, has a distinct art style. This like interactive opening credits sequence, like, yeah, I could definitely see this being fairly impressive at the time, like a good first impression. Even though to me now the controls feel weird, like I can't control the camera with the right stick, stuff like that. Oh, there's like the first person mode to look around or something. Like I'm mashing, but I guess there aren't like combos or anything. Oh, I can tap L to look, to set the camera. Okay, that's weird, but the Y button to open the door. Okay. Setting the camera doesn't work too well in front of a wall. How do we get out of here? Oh, it's like just open here, I guess. We'll be fine. Oh, for some reason, it's like really weirdly difficult to hold the stick up to go forward. I was never a huge fan of the Nintendo style, like octagonal. Octagonal shaped like grooves or whatever for the analog stick. But it feels like there needs to be something, and it might be a software thing, I don't know, but like it's weird that it's like difficult to run forward. Pretty cool opening. And this is like as far as I've played, by the way. I've not really played the game. Like the walk's super stiff. Yeah, we got the same ugly Joker design. I mean, this is based on the same show, I guess, as the last one. Yeah, I'm a little intimidated by the pause menus.
If you live through this, you get one more chance. 5 million or Tony takes up permanent. Now, Jay.
Batman's super sad. But I guess this also has like episodes with these like title cards for different levels or whatever. That's pretty cool.
Run a profile on this woman. Her name's Mary Flynn.
Sure. Is she in some kind of trouble?
It's the Joker. And maybe more. Something about this woman doesn't add up. I'm gonna work on the obstacle course. Run Alfred's training program for me.
Sure thing.
I'm gonna go do some tutorials. Sly Guy Badass, what's up? Like the first thing I do is just like use the right stick to try to reorient the camera, but then just it doesn't work, and it's so feels weird. Posting on Twitter. Nope, not this way, I guess. But yeah, like this shit, like there's a lot of stuff. At level 3. Wait, hang on. Okay. Oh, like the last game, I guess. It's like seems to be very split up into small chunks. That's nice. Maybe it's just the intro. I don't know. Okay, alright. Something about that just led me to feel like maybe this game is a little complex. Is this a door? I mean, I assume I'm not supposed to jump back into the Batmobile. Maybe I can go talk to her. Or activate the computer or something. Like, making these little turns is kind of awkward, too. Okay, I'm just gonna walk around there and mash the Y button. Oh, I see. Looks kind of cool. Let's try to mash the Y button over here, Wolfenstein style. Ooh, oh, okay. How you do that, I guess. The game's been pretty helpful up until now. Nope, I can't do much with the Batmobile. What the heck? Wait, what if... Oh, wait, hang on. Here's another ramp. Oh, okay. Finally, we found a door. Oh, you can actually even you can use the D-pad to walk.
Good evening, Master Bruce. I hope you're managing to scrape by despite my absence. I took the liberty of recording one of our training sessions. Trust you will find it useful. We'll begin with a bit of bat grapple training. If you'll be so kind as to activate the grapple.
The grapple icon next to your health bar blinks. It means you're able to grapple. First person mode. Right trigger. Okay. When the game is paused, you can move the directional pad to switch. Oh boy. Yeah, there's like 12 different things. That's just
Very
obnoxious.
good, sir. Once the grapple is aimed at a suitable target, the crosshairs turn red and you may fire at your leisure. Of course, you're still free to move about while the grapple is activated.
Like, you would hope they streamline that to something a little more context sensitive without having to like flip through the fucking entire phone book full of gadgets when picking one.
I'd strongly suggest retrieving your equipment from the higher platforms before we continue with training.
Sure. So you can walk around, yeah. Oh, shoot. A, B. Oh, that crouches. No. Wait. L, okay. Very strange. Yeah, the Duke fucking
you've
sucks.
uncovered some
It's like
background. Well done.
horrible.
A little restraint can go a long way. You can avoid a fight
Luckily,
altogether
I've
by
got
sneaking
these
up
controllers.
behind an
I bought my
adversary
Xbox
with
late
your
enough that it actually came with.
Also, by leaving him cuffed once
I think it actually came with two of controllers. I don't remember buying one extra, but I might have. I remember I bought my Xbox with Halo 3 or not Halo 3, Halo and Dead or Alive 3. So I knew I might have just bought the extra controller because I knew I would have wanted an extra controller to be able to play both those games with a friend. Yeah, if you really want to, you can buy a Duke for like whatever, $80, whatever it costs for the Xbox One. I mean, for everything that's nice about this controller, it still has those white and black. I mean, the white and black button is a lot more accessible on this one than it is on the Duke, but they're still pretty weird. I mean, it would have been a lot nicer to have bumpers up here, but there's just the triggers. a giant flat surface. You rest your fingers, I guess. It's still pretty chunky. Like it's got a lot of volume. Like it's. I mean, it actually reminds me a lot of the older Sidewinder controllers for PC. But at the time, I remember really, really liking this controller. Like it fits pretty well in your hands, and it does have the one feature that I love about this controller that I was always upset that they didn't keep for the 360 controller, which is the placement of the start and back buttons over here to the left of the D-pad. So they're always like you'll never press them by the mistake because they're kind of indented, and your thumb rests so like. Can I even show this? I don't know. Like the way your thumb rests on the analog stick, you're not going to accidentally slip and press these buttons very likely, but you never have to reach across the controller to reach them. Like I think it's so comfortable. Of course, it's weird when you're used to literally any other controller, but if the Xbox is like your sort of main console, which it was for me for quite a while, I fell in love with that little design feature. But even this controller, like the face buttons, and I think it's true for the 360 as well, the face buttons are like the plastic is like too hard, and they're a little too rounded on the top, so they're not very comfortable. Like if you have to press these buttons a lot. The Dreamcast controller was not fine. It was Sega's worst controller in years. Like the Mega Drive controller, original one, a little iffy, but hey, it was better than the Master System one. And it was better than the SG-1000 little joystick. The Mega Drive 6-button controller, like, fucking nailed it. It's like best controller of all time. Then the Saturn controller, I'd be hard-picked to pick a... hard-picked? Word? Hard-pressed to pick a favorite between the 6-button Mega Drive controller and the Saturn controller. Well, the Western Saturn controller was a piece of shit, but who cares about that one? The Japanese Saturn controller. The Japanese Saturn and the 6-button Mega Drive, for me, they're like even. It's steady even between those two. They're both pretty much perfect to me. The Western Saturn controller, it was actually more like this, but it's like weird hard plastic and like a shitty D-pad, and it just sucked. So the Knights controller, the 3D controller, is pretty much worse than the Saturn controller in most ways. It has a more uncomfortable D-pad, worse buttons, a weirdly placed start button. And the Dreamcast controller was like, they continued that evolution in the same direction. It's like the Knights controller, but worse. Like the face buttons are too small. There's only 4 of them. The triggers are like kind of... They hurt a bit almost. They're a little sharp if you use them too much. The D-pad is elevated like fucking a half an inch above the controller, so it really hurts to use it. And it's cross-shaped, which sucks. The analog stick was an improvement, I guess. But yeah, the cord coming out of the bottom, so you have to like tie it into the notch under the VMU thing. And yeah, the Dreamcast controller sucked. I didn't hate it at the time, but going back to it, like, it's really bad. I can't believe I tried playing fighting games on that thing. That was before I played on joystick, of course, but to try to go back to play fighting games on this Dreamcast controller, like, oh boy. But it all depends on, like, the way it's, moving forward, across, games released for multiple platforms and stuff. 6 face buttons. At this point, 4 face buttons is standard, so it's just nice to have 6, to have a controller that's, made for fighting games where you want 6 buttons or whatever. But I didn't like, for me, like, as a Sega fan, I thought it was a step in the wrong direction. I mean, I'm sure there are arguments for and against it. If the Dreamcast had 6 face buttons, it wouldn't have changed really my overall appreciation for it, I don't think. But it was a bit limited. But since it only had 2 triggers as well, and no select button, like, it had considerably fewer buttons for those kind of menus and special features and stuff, which in some, cases can make it a little awkward compared to a PlayStation or PS2 thing. Yeah, 8-Bit Do, I'm curious about their licensed Sega stuff. I haven't really seen much of it. Honestly, I wouldn't really know until I had put my hands on them. But the I have a few of their other controllers, and they are okay. I have their like fake NES controller and their fake Super Nintendo controller. They're fine. Nice to play on emulators to have like a reasonably, you know, faithful controller. But the build quality, they feel cheap. But they are cheap. They were like $10 or whatever. So, if I can, you know, if they increase the build quality and charge $30 or something for a Mega Drive USB controller, I'm all for that. Anyway, why don't we return to the game? We can cuff criminals using our bat cuffs, I guess. Okay. Yeah, there are those like. Oh, right. You aim with the right stick. Okay. Oh, there's like a big fucking Batman Vengeance symbol. Okay. And now I can't use the right stick to look. It's so awkward.
Ah, good batarangs. Of course, you know how useful they are. Much better for disarming an enemy than knocking him out. Of course, with a little diligence and a handful of batarangs.
No problems with the quality. Yeah, those yeah, those are way more expensive. No, actually, you know what? I'm but is it 8-bit though? Because now the ones I have are Retrobit, and I think Retrobit are the ones with the Sega license, not 8-bit though. I've not used any of the 8-bit DOE controllers, but those are definitely a little more expensive. The Bluetooth stuff doesn't, like, I mean, cordlessness is fine, I guess, but I don't have a Bluetooth. I'd have to buy a receiver for my computer anyway.
Very good, sir. You may want to use your cape for the return to ground level. By stretching it taut, you can glide quite a distance.
But it is pretty cool. I guess you can, like, if you buy the set or whatever, so you can use Bluetooth receivers for your old consoles and use Bluetooth controllers. I don't have a specific use case that's maybe all that useful for that, but
Good show, Master
it's not a bad idea.
We'll move right along now to the use of the batarang. To strike with enough precision to knock a weapon from a man's hand, you'll need to take careful aim. With a little practice, you can strafe around your target without losing.
Okay. Wait, okay. Let me just see. So black. Wait, hold R. White? No. Batarang. Pretty sensitive. Supposed to hit those little things? I can barely see.
Very good, Master.
Oh, well, this I'm a little concerned about how this is going to work in combat.
As it's so often the only common language between criminals and justice.
Yeah, but I'm not in dire need of anything like that. I've got like 4 PS4 controllers, I think. I've got a converter for Mega Drive controllers to USB. I've got a converter for Super Nintendo controllers to USB. I've got a USB Super Nintendo controller, a USB NES controller. I've got like 4 older, not like parallel port PC controllers. No, actually, I got 2 or 3 of those, and a converter for those to USB, and I have some other PC like USB controllers. So I got like, I could probably set up like a fucking 10-player Bomberman or some shit and have enough controllers for everyone on my PC. As long as I get maybe another USB switch for enough USB ports. So it's not like and I have decent controllers for my old consoles too. So it's not like I need.
Of course you
But it's nice to have certain solutions for like
Perhaps you could practice if you were
special cases. One thing I've been looking for
some of your opponents a smidgen more clever than a metal post.
is like an arcade stick solution for some of my other consoles. So I have
There are few men in
on the
world
way.
as skilled
through the mail is an PS1 arcade stick that I bought from Japan.
But there is only so much you can practice at home.
And both? Okay, that does nothing. Oh, if you hit, you can do like combos, but if you miss, then... Oh, I like it. Okay, so now A kicks when I'm close. That's weird.
Nicely done, Master Bruce. But fighting is not always the healthiest
Um,
option. As you well know, with deep shadows and a little caution.
okay, we can sneak. Well, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I got a PS1 arcade stick, which for some... I've got a whole slew of fighting games and stuff on PS1. But I would also like to get converters, like PS1. If you want an older arcade stick,
Feeling yourself.
PS1 is the
Foresight and a battery.
easily the console that has the most arcade sticks that you can find, including some pretty decent ones.
Revealing your position.
For the Saturn, there are much fewer sticks available, and if you want a 6-button or 8-button stick, you're kind of out of luck. There's almost no options, and the ones that exist are hard to find and or not very great. But with a PS1 stick, you can also find converters to most consoles. So I could get a converter for my Saturn, or even Super Nintendo and Mega Drive if need be, which pretty limited use case.
Let's try a small test. Use your stealth skills to slip past this sentry.
But that's something I would like. But I was also interested to see that, what are they called? Brook, I think?
Challenge.
Who make all those converters, or maybe it's a different company. I forget who, but I saw at least that they make like a cross-compatible PCB for arcade sticks that's compatible with PS3, PS4, 360, and Xbox One. But right now they're also launching a different one which is compatible with like all old consoles, pretty much, or at least the ones you'd want, like PlayStation, Saturn, N64, PC Engine, whatever. I think Mega Drive was actually lacking from the list, but that's like one of the few exceptions. So now I'm curious about getting one of those and ordering. Like, it's so new that you can't get converters or cables for all systems yet, but they will offer, because like the USB has, or the PCB has a universal, like a USB plug on it, but you would get cables from them that have the USB port on one end and the console appropriate plug on the other end. So you could have that one stick and have the one stick work for like any old console. And the PCB was, I think, like $60 or something. Not extremely pricey. So anyway, yeah, I really want to have at least one arcade stick, but of course, if you want to play with a friend, it's nice to have two. A way to use one, if not two arcade sticks for my Saturn, that's like the biggest thing, because I've got a bunch of arcade ports and stuff on that. And sure, the controller is fine, but some games you just really want to play on an arcade stick. And really the same goes for PlayStation 1, but that's a much easier problem to solve. Okay, so I'm going to turn off that switch. This area should push against the wall. Which, probably over here, yeah. Because when it comes to controller converters, yeah, between different modern systems that use USB, like it's honestly not always as easy as you would think or you would want it to. But it's a lot less complicated than if you want a converter from PS4 to PS1 or whatever. That's, for whatever reason, a lot more complex.
The challenge is to use your cape to slow or speed your fall as necessary. Trust yourself to grapple back to safety before you reach bottom.
Okay. Oh, camera's locked, I guess. Oops. I don't want to fucking run towards the camera and just fly off the edge. Am I supposed to jump over here? This looks like the part he showed, right? Or do I... Yeah, the PS360 Plus is like... Do I go back here? This new one is basically meant to replace that. Oh, okay. Pre-fall controls. Oh, cool. Not what I expected exactly, but...
Terribly sorry, sir. I'm afraid
Okay,
you
I guess I was
can't
supposed to grapple, but... What's the objective here exactly? Do I dive faster? Like, there's something there, right? Oh, okay, I have to dive... Could have told me there was fucking teddy bear that I was supposed to catch up with.
Wonderful, sir. That completes our training. You've done splendidly, Master Bruce. You never cease to amaze.
Man,
I
fucking
pity
Alfred,
the
always so
comes
supportive.
Between you and justice. If you need any more assistance, you'll always find Batgirl dutifully answering her communicator.
Find anything?
Just questions with no answers.
Try me.
Well, Toby was reported kidnapped to the police 4 days ago. Before that, nothing. Didn't go to school. Wasn't even born. Same goes for Mary. I've got an address on the apartment she just moved into, and that's it.
That's impossible. Nothing else at all?
Not a thing. I don't know if you can save these people, Batman. They're already ghosts.
Alright. Well, it's got a bit of a mystery plot here. Kind of cool.
Take a break and play a while.
Weird.
Doo-dah. Guarantee I'll make you smile. Oh, the doo-dah day.
Not now, Pooh. My audience who waits.
This animation is not bad.
After that, we're home free. Our friend in tights takes the bait, takes a dive, and then we string him up and drop him in the drink. Any questions?
Yeah, well, boss, a couple of the guys and I were thinking that since we're fighting the bat and all that, maybe we're not getting paid as much as we should. I mean, when I was working for the Penguin, we were getting benefits in a 401k.
Well, now you're working for Mr. J, you chowderhead. He'll do what he says and take what he gives and hope it is not a bullet.
Baby, you're the best.
That's one way to build loyalty. Also, what the fuck was up with the audio being like super duper low? And even then, you could like hear the music, but not really hear Joker talking or singing or whatever. That was weird. Okay, so do I... Oh, it's just the black. Okay, not the white button. Nope. Okay. Alright, just fucking mash it out, I guess. See, that's a pretty cool touch. You actually have to, like, manually cuff him. I like that. Yeah, see some movement up on that floor. Grapple! Yeah, see a little point there. Actually, see, it's like showing us the grapple point. I see. Camera! Not very helpful. Probably should have bataranged him, but that was easier. I didn't take that much damage, at least. Is there something on that roof? Well, probably not, I guess. Yeah, as simple as it is, I like the look of it. Like, looks a lot more faithful than the last game. Like, it's pretty moody too, in general. Like, I feel like it captures the tone pretty well. More so than any of the other games we played. I mean, the Super Nintendo game was obviously pretty good at that, but... let's see. Okay, that's... Oh yeah. Cuff him. Music. Alright. Hop on over to the next place. Oh, there. Wow. Oh, there's a box. Oh well. Did I just jump back? I guess so. I keep using the right stick as if it does anything, but of course it doesn't. I guess I can't. Oh, I can open doors. Right, I forgot. That's the thing. Oh, it went through here, I guess. Ignore that guy. So maybe not supposed to go here. Game over. Okay, let's continue. Oh boy. Let's try that again. But I thought he jumped down. Oh, well. Shit. This guy. Little one in the corner. Number of cuffed guys in the area or something. I don't know. Or number of enemies, and it wasn't one, and then it faded away or something. I don't know. Oh, right. Like, this whole thing is just far more complicated than it needs to be. Couldn't it just be a button prompt? Like, hey, now's a good time to bat grapple. Never mind. Oh, there, that's the one. Oh, wow. Oh, there's health here anyway. No, there's nothing there. The one appears. Oh, well. Oh, we got health. We're fine. So weird. Like, what if we enter here then? Ah, actually. Didn't seem like it could. Actually. This way. So, check it out. He definitely jumps down there. Press R, and then aim, and press L. Okay, let's batarang this guy. Got him. Like, you press R to enter first-person mode. Press L to use the batarang. And then press Y to go out of first-person. It's... Cuff him! Or are we out of cuffs? Fuck, I guess they're limited. Yep. Oh, now we get to... Oh, okay. Get to punch that guy to be allowed to grapple. Yes, okay, I know. I'm assuming there's, like, just fucking gaps here. I like that they're, like, invulnerable. I'm trying to block. You knock the gun out of their hands, and then they become invulnerable until that animation is over. Fuck, there's, like, no walking. You can, like, walk super slowly or run at full speed. That's, like, the only... Be so careful. It's more than a little awkward, to be honest. Luckily, you can ledge grab. Ugh! Like, you're better off jumping as opposed to trying to run. Can I glide over there? Surely. That bat grapple thing got me worried that was not what I was supposed to do, but we got there. Did I just speed run? Not sure, but... Thank you, that's so helpful. That the... okay. Alright. This is pretty cool, but it's so fucking scary. Loading, I guess? Like, it feels like you're always at risk of jumping in the wrong direction. Or jumping off something the wrong way.
This isn't what you think, Batman.
Like... Fucking impossible to, like, block punish them. I can't, like, walk while straight, or, like, block and walk at the same time or something either. Alright, well, we got him. No cuffs? Well, we'll probably be fine. Cuff her? Oh, hello. I think those look like cuffs. Okay, cool. We actually had to cuff him.
The Joker's after you.
He's got. He took my.
Toby.
Yes, Toby, my son. He took my son. He says he'll kill him unless I can pay him $5 million. I don't have that kind of money.
Are you sure he has the boy?
He sent me this. Said if I didn't believe him, he would send. Oh.
Take this. Press the button if you're ever in trouble.
He was, like, still talking to her when he disappeared. Like, you heard the sound effect of his cape flapping. Um, while the dialogue was still going on. Yeah, we got a score of 7. Level achievement, episode 2, level 4, rooftop battle. I gotta say, I mean, obviously this game's very dated in some ways in regards to the controls and everything.
Any evidence that Mary could come up with $5 million?
No way, that's insane.
But I'm liking it a lot
Joker's
better than I
insane,
thought I would,
but not
just from
stupid.
having played the intro
He must
thing.
know something about Mary we don't.
So what do we do?
We play along until we get to the bottom of this.
The transmitter you gave Mary last night. It's coming from Gotham Bridge.
Right.
I don't know, Raccoon. I mean, if you knew something that I don't, I can't really... I can't really tell if something is a spoiler. If I don't know what's gonna happen. What are these? No charge, net, stunner, whatever it is, it's not a numbered thing because we only have batarangs. Symbol doesn't look... Wait, hang on, let's pause. Okay, wait, hang on. So... Flash bombs. Blinding... That didn't... Okay. I don't think that's the case, but... Well, actually, we saw our Harley Quinn before, too, so that seems unlikely. But, maybe these are contextual if you get caught or something trying to sneak. Because I can't equip them. Okay, I got 2 cuffs. Well, he certainly saw me. No, I'm trying to punch, dude. Like, this stuff is fucking horrible. I can't cuff him, of course. I wonder if that's like a guard crush or something. The bar that shows up underneath my life bar. Yeah, so you can only grab like certain ledges. And I don't get a... I can't stand on these things, I'm guessing. Oh, I can, actually. But it's like... Oh. I have to press Y to grab the ladder. Oh, it's even on... Climbing is automatic. Camera. Oh, I'm trying to reach the other guy. Okay, I hit him somehow. I can't fucking dodge or anything. Oh. Running away makes you go out of the combat mode, I guess. Take some block damage. But now I'm fucking dead. I probably should have tried to batarang. And I only got 1 more cuff anyway. No ladders up here. Oh, I probably could have glide. No, that's way too far. Oh, I can glide around. Nope, that doesn't work. Not like this is close enough to actually jump up here. Nope. Oh, nice. I was like, yeah, it's really hard to get like a better overview of the area. Camera controls are iffy at best. Wow, that's weird. Can't like, oh, I guess I have to come the other way. Oh shit, that scared me actually. Okay, I guess they go down a little easier the second time. Do I enter this elevator? No. Enter this little thing? Nope. Jump. Top of anything? I feel kind of confused here. say anything. Okay, can I use information? Okay, let's do. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Power move. Okay, maybe we'll try that. Did I miss a door somewhere here before? Oh, I didn't miss anything. I guess there was a big door here. Nope. Okay, can't go in there. I didn't get any indication that I'm supposed to use the grapple either. Yeah, I was gonna say these guys are gonna come out pretty soon. Nice that they at least start off with like no health, pretty much. Nope. Is there something? This? Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. Okay, that wasn't anything. Right, jump on this thing. Jump up. No. I squeeze through here somehow. Oh yeah, maybe if I... No, I can't. Yeah, I can. Nope, that doesn't work. For fuck's sake.
Then, my dear, you're about $5 million short of motherhood.
Yeah. Hey, Batman.
Just standing there. Power move. Oh, it takes a bunch of meter. I see. That's the meter thing. It's like a super meter, basically. Any items around here? Oh, this is cool. Oh, I should have jump kicked, but... Oh. Nice. I guess he just plays a, like random animation whenever you do the power move thing. Sometimes it's just a little turnaround punch with the red trails. Yeah, exactly like... This seems way too... It's easy to be the Joker. Blah, 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 whatever. Okay, nope, not enough meter.
You think I'm scared of you?
Yeah, combat is definitely a little awkward. Corridor enemy, yeah. But I'll take it. I mean, it's cool, little stylized, like, area like that with the camera angles. Like, they do a lot of pretty neat things, I think, with the layouts and stuff. Like, for, like, the environments are very simple in terms of geometry and, like, how much is... Like, the environments are pretty simple, but they do a pretty good job, I think, with, you know, with lighting and... Actually, let's make sure there aren't a bunch of items here. Nope. The skybox and everything, like, okay. Boss. Okay, I guess we're full on batarangs. Saw him. I don't want to fucking walk off the roof here. Did he take damage? No, he probably hurt himself smacking into this thing, right? Oh, he took like one hit. Oh, okay, I can hit him. I just have to aim carefully. Why is his voice so low? Whoops. Ah, got him. Nice.
Look out, Mary! Toby or not Toby? That is the question. Catch the Joker or save the boy? Aye, there's the rub.
No! Batman, save him!
Alright, free fall time. Good thing we trained for this. So, what's up? Hanging there for a while? Supposed to? Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, we'll see. Or a bomb. Ugh, even the subtitles are all blurry.
Oh, Batman, you saved my little booby trap. I don't know how I could ever thank you. You blind as your namesake, do-gooder moron. Say goodnight, Batsy.
Careful, Harley. You'll kill him. But nothing. You're my hench-wench. You catch him, I kill him. Less wench, more hench, you molly-coddling little twit. Nobody kills the bat but me. Like so.
Pretty good. Joker dialogue. Oh boy. So we in a fist fight now? Okay.
Harley, a little help here, slugger.
Yeah, you'd think he noticed it was a dummy. But then again, I guess what was he supposed to do? Just throw it in the lake or whatever? Audio balance is so super fucked up. It must. I don't know, it's mixed for surround sound or something. I don't get it. Oh, okay. Good to know. Didn't have. Thanks for the warning.
Harley.
No can do, Mr. J. Send me a postcard from Arkham.
I like this stuff. It's pretty neat. Little dialogues. Okay, let me. Oh! I just got stuck because it. Like you start off, you can't start running without walking first. It's bad. I don't think we got him. Okay. More. It just gets another life bar or whatever. Nope. I'm not controlling this, by the way. Alright, that was cool. Get some proper CG now, or? Yep.
Give me your hand.
Seems like old times, eh, Bats? You, me, a vat of chemicals?
You're slipping, Joker.
Oops. All right, Bats. You win.
Quite the buzzer. I have to free fall dive after the Joker now? I guess it's probably not still airborne. Or sheep. Oh, okay. Oh, we're falling after someone. Ouch! Alright. I like these sequences. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's such a gimmick, right? Like a cliche that they actually went as far as to make like proper gameplay mechanics for it.
Murderer.
Harley.
No,
That's pretty cool.
leave me alone. I'm through. No more love. No more crime. No more nothing. I'm through.
So he's just gonna let her walk because she's sad. How does that work? Like she's still a criminal, right? Maybe that's the number that appears in the corner is maybe like points. You don't get points for beating thugs up, but you do get 1 point if you like arrest them or whatever, cuff them. I have no idea what that thing on the right is. If those are, it's this level achievement. Maybe those are like achievements. I feel like they could probably. I mean, she did drop a fucking mallet on him. That's probably like arrestable offense. That's not a word. But probably feels like a crime.
Brainchild of renowned scientist
Oh, okay. The episode's over, I guess.
Liquid Promethium has been over 4 years in the making. Though originally developed for industrial applications,
Technically, I guess that makes this another one of the animated series games where Joker is the first boss.
Promethium represents a new hope for cryogenic research, restoring life to people frozen in
Hope is death.
Girl, okay, we're still in the same episode, I guess.
Any
However
news
that
on
works.
Harley?
Still nothing. She hasn't left Funny Bone's warehouse since that night on Gotham Bridge. She's acting like the Joker's really dead.
Keep a close eye on her. There's more to this.
Wait, Batman, look at this.
What do you have?
The security system at Gotham Industrial Research. The cameras are failing in sequence, like a blackout traveling from room to room.
Gotham Industrial uses heat imaging. That's not darkness. That's cold.
Cool. Oh boy, do we get some actual driving now? I kind of hope not. Well, I guess we flew there. What do I think of the art style? I mean, I don't have a terrible lot to go on. Really, I've never watched these shows. I watched the original earlier episodes of the animated
What's
series
the situation with civilians?
and seen so many like references to them in comics and artwork and toys and whatever. But these later shows designs and the art I'm not so familiar with, so it's hard for me to say too much about it. But what I can do, I guess, is compare certain characters. Like I don't particularly like this Joker's design. I much prefer the design. The original animated series Joker is not my favorite Joker either, but I like it better than this version. I don't like that he's so monstrous with the black eyes and whatever. This version of Freeze is decent though.
The facility's been
But I don't
almost
know. I don't have
entirely
very strong opinions on it,
looks
not
like
being
some
very
security guards were
familiar.
flash frozen. They're sealed in blocks of ice, but they're still alive. You've got to save them.
But yeah, I'm overall like definitely liking this game a lot more than I thought I would. And again, those CG parts don't look too terrible. Like it's just, I mean, if they would have tried to use CG and try to recreate like a 2D animated look, it probably would not have looked all that great. But certainly today, I don't know, it makes me think of like, man, it would be kind of cool. Can I pick him up or something? Nope, maybe find some other guard. Then why doesn't do anything, okay. Maybe use some other gadget or something. Like seeing a modern version of this kind of game based on the animated series or some other like stylized sort of look for a Batman game could be really cool. Seems to be anything else use here. Because Y seems to be like the action button or whatever, but that doesn't do anything here. Maybe, okay, yeah. Guess maybe I just punch the ice. I guess so. Oh, that, okay. No, no, that's not the right button. That's the start button.
Who's there?
Fucking. I'll trigger. Because I missed the gun. I'm out of batteries. Jesus Christ. And then I go to third person, and then I can't control the camera anymore. It's kind of dumb. Lost a bunch of health because of that. Oh well. Alright. Not in combat mode, so then I just jump on A. This is a dude. Yep. Just ran through that thing. I have to really think before, like, it's the controls are so strange. Hack their computers or something? Nope, I just go near the door.
Show me Isaac Evers or nobody gets out of here alive.
Sounds like fucking RoboCop.
That girl. Mr. Freeze is looking for a doctor named Isaac Evers. Find everything you can on him.
The Prometheum guy? I remember him from television. A chemist, I think.
I like that her face is animated, even though we can barely see it. Just waiting for Cody to come in here and fucking ejaculate all over chat. What's up?
There has been a breach in security. Sectors 1 through 9
Who's there?
have been compromised. Containment facilities are no longer stable. There is potential for
Got her.
chemical
Okay.
hazard. All personnel.
Alright, cuffs.
Immediately.
Well, that was the thing. Welcome. That's a point, I guess.
There has been a breach in security. Sectors 1 through 9 have been compromised.
Oh, I just want to use the right stick to control the camera.
There is
Frustrating.
potential for chemical hazard.
It's frustrating being a Batman man.
Personnel evacuate immediately.
Well, it came in through there, so I guess we're going this way. Loading room? Like, you can walk like this if you hold a stick like for half a millimeter.
Facilities are no longer
But if you press it any further,
There is potential for
it just goes running like that. It's like as if the game is calibrated for another Xbox or another analog stick that's not the Xbox stick. Like halfway, like you using half the stick, half the throw of the stick, pretty much. You run full speed, but you still walk. See, if I stand still, if I hold a stick, like if I press super hard, I guess it does a little running start. But if I like start walking, okay, so that's the thing. If I start walking just by leaning the stick over a little slower, you see like he does one loop of that walking animation before he like cancels it to start running. That's very strange. Well, I guess there's someone there shooting at me. Oh, okay. Well, you can't hurt them with it, I guess. That's nice. Another point. Grapple. Why does it... So like when you press R to enter first person, and during that mode, pressing R does... Okay, it doesn't do nothing. You can hold it to pause the game. To swap. Someone's shooting at me. But I press Y to cancel. Like R and Y, and then left trigger to... Oh. The controls are very confusing. Can I hit her from here? That seems kind of... Stops, maybe. Oh, hey, what do you know? But can I actually grab... Oh, do I... Slide over here, I guess? Dude! Oh, left trigger and X doesn't work. Oh boy. Out of cuffs, I guess. Nope. Okay, just very finicky. Is the other girl here or some other floor? Oh, I have to like jump over there, I guess. Like, oh, trying to navigate around these things. It's the worst because you keep alternating between walking too slowly and running too fast. Like, movement is so much better in first person, which is strange. But I was gonna say, I think the issues come from animation and how the game deals with it. So it makes sense, because when you're in first person, obviously the game doesn't have to worry about character animation. I guess maybe if I do this. Where the hell? You must be standing on this floor somewhere, right? But I can't see her. Somehow she was able to shoot at me while I try to climb up, though. There's someone there, I guess? Or something. But I can't see anything here now. That was very strange. Don't know what's going on there. Well, I guess these girls are, Freeze's thugs, but I don't know if they're actually taken from the show or something they just made up for the game, having not seen this season of the show. What's my objective here? Okay, to go through here, I guess. Oh. Okay, never mind. I guess my objective is to find a key. Was I supposed to get it from that guard or something? Is there some more ice I was supposed to break? Something, maybe? Oh, okay. No, it is here. It just didn't spawn yet, I guess, when I assume that's gonna be the key. Seems strange otherwise. Yeah. Nice. In cold blood. Okay, so I guess that we are on a new episode now. But it didn't show, like, why did it show? Oh, that's confusing. Maybe it showed the load screen for the other episode as we went back to the Bat Cave before this sort of episode started. The camera, okay. Sure, where we're going. Or what we're doing. Well, there's a guy. Guards down there. Or guards, whatever. Ice chicks. Also drop something for us. Maybe we can find out what it actually was. Storage area key 2. Okay. Yep. Are we out of batarangs? Nope. Got 8. Analog stick aiming is a little tricky. Well, I guess you can't hit me from there. That's convenient. Missed my giant jump kick, but oh well. Surely we must be running out of cuffs by now, but let's... Might as well make use of them while we have them. Okay, yep, that's where our cuffs. Yeah, I would say honestly, I would maybe go so far as to say that this is probably one of the better games so far. I mean, trying to play it now, you obviously have to melt this ice, maybe? You gotta be ready for it to play like a 17-year-old game in terms of the controls and the camera, and it is a little frustrating. But it's like decent enough, and I think the story aspects and like the cinematic and the, you know, just the atmosphere is quite good.
Hope, Miss Evers, will never warm cold blood. Only wrath could even stir it. Why did you send me this video?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Batman, kill him.
Like Mr. Freeze not aware of how TV works. It's like an old person seeing their face next to their own name on Facebook, thinking that their name's attached to something just because they're logged in. Some shit. Alright. One over here, right? At least one. Okay. I can make him count. Ouch! She actually hit me. Like the D-pad is such, or the analog stick is such a long, big dead zone. It's kind of difficult to make those small adjustments. I guess that's part of why aiming for like movements should be too. Oh, cuffs. Nice. We won't get interrupted while cuffing. That's a good thing. Do the cuffs just respawn? I think so. Like, long ass animation, you can't interrupt. Probably, presumably, we have to cuff them to trigger. Yeah. I think I managed to cuff her. Yeah. Never mind, okay. That's probably meant to happen. I hope. was that thing inside? That like giant hole or something? Wiggle his way through. Nice little jump there. 2 points for wiggling free.
Back plane.
Episode 2, level 6. I don't know if fucking these level episode things work, because I thought, hasn't it said episode 2 but pretty much the entire way? Like, episode 1 was like the intro, and episode 2 was that other thing with the girl and the dummy bomb kid. And now we're still on episode 2. He did get to the chopper, I guess. Okay, so, well, I guess we'll see. It's getting pretty late. It's 10 p.m. Like, the games just keep rolling out these sequences, so I don't know when a good time to stop is, but sitting where I'm not having to deal with the controls. It's cool how often the game is strikingly attractive. Yeah, I agree. Like, this game looks like you have to overlook some things with the CG stuff and the characters, but I like I said before, I think the environments look great, and I think they really like nailed the feel overall. Like, I think it's really quite cool. Cool. Right, we've like Star Fox now. That's pretty sick. Like, after all, not just bad vehicle sections, but like a whole game that's a bad vehicle section, we now get to a vehicle section that's like actually cool. A little hard to aim, but... Ouch, okay. Well, I was going to quit anyway. So, I'm not sure if the game auto-saves, or if we just have to save from here. Okay, yeah, we have to save manually. Okay, so just going, I just want to see what the save file says now about episode whatever. Score 20, episode 2. So can we... Okay, cinematics. This screen would seem to indicate to me that... So these two are basically the intro. And then there's an episode... Sorry. Hello, Goaty. So I guess there's like... yeah, this is the same thing. This is the prologue. There's like 2 cutscenes per episode. There's like an intro cutscene and an ending cutscene. Makes sense, right? So... Not to say that we're halfway through the game or anything, but I'm guessing this is not gonna fit on multiple pages. So probably, maybe all in all, there's like maybe 12 videos or something, including like credits or something. I don't know. Maybe they fit on like the left part, and then it's a few extra on the bottom right or something. I'm not sure. No, this is on Xbox, so this is DVD. I'm curious if... No, okay. I wanted to see if, like, those points, are we supposed to unlock something with them? Or that achievement thing at the end of each stage, like, they're always just, all these empty icons. So I'm not sure if there's we're supposed to be able to buy or unlock things, or how that stuff works. Or maybe you can get special achievements for speedrunning a stage, or for, I don't know, doing cool stuff that we just have not been able to do yet. I don't know. Well... 5 hours of stream. It's 10 p.m. I really need to go make some dinner. I think we had some good times today. Honestly, I was I wasn't too eager to go back to the driving game, but it went a lot better than I would have expected. Pretty smooth sailing, and we got started on this game, which also turns out is a lot cooler than I really gave it credit for. I mean, I was even joking about it when we started playing. Someone said that, hey, I think this game actually had some pretty good reviews, and I was like, I think it's going to be pretty bad. But it's pretty cool. I look forward to seeing more of it, but for now, I really need to go eat something before I starve. As usual, I don't really know what my streaming schedule will look like. what I can say is that this coming weekend is Evo weekend, so I will definitely not be streaming during the weekend. I may also need to take a little more time off before the weekend to do some cleaning and stuff around the apartment, because I'll have some friends over for the weekend. So I'm not sure, but if I can, I would like to squeeze in one more Batman stream before then. Still have a shitload of those PS2 games that I bought that I haven't played yet, and maybe there might be something else I want to stream. Who knows? But overall, I really hope to squeeze in at least one more stream, whatever it ends up being, between now and like Thursday-ish. But thank you so much to everyone for watching today. Thank you everyone who's hosted, all our new followers, getting a lot closer to that 1,000 following benchmark today. Actually, that's exciting. And yeah, just huge thanks for anyone and everyone tuning in, chilling in chat, and all that good stuff. Stick around for a minute, and I'll find some channel to host and send you guys. But that's it for me tonight. See you guys around. Have a good one. Bye.